Fly ball, deep right, Martinez back, track, wall, see ya! He did it in style! He joins the 3,000 hit club with a home run!
Now he has to get in the good graces of the fan that caught that ball. He'll get it back somehow.
That was so crazy, and I could tell this story and make it last an hour, but I'll try to give you the 1 minute version. June 19th, 2015, A-Rod sent his 3,000 hit flying out my way in right field, and I was lucky enough to come up with the ball. I didn't even catch it on the fly. It just rattled around, and it's really amazing when I think back to how I came up with it. I was immediately surrounded by security, and they whisked me off to the lowest level of the stadium, below the stands, to the office of the head of Yankee security, and he congratulated me and started offering me a whole bunch of stuff in exchange for the ball. And I told him, thanks, I appreciate that, but there's really nothing that you guys can offer me that would be worth more to me than the ball itself, so I'm going to keep it. And I wasn't trying to be a dick about it, I just really wanted the ball. And that the story just got out there in the media that I was holding out and being rude and wasn't going to give A-Rod the ball, and I just really wasn't thinking about it too much at that point. I wanted the ball, or I at least wanted to take the ball home with me that night and think about it before I just gave it right back or decided I was going to sell it, like whatever it was. I just wanted to think about it. And charity came up pretty quickly in the conversation. I actually met with Randy Levine, the Yankees president, the night that I got the ball, and that's when he first suggested a charitable donation. And I realized pretty quickly that that's actually what I wanted to do. So it took a few days to work out a deal between the Yankees and the charity. And by the time a deal was in place, the Yankees had left New York on an 8-day road trip. So I couldn't have given the ball back at that point. And so that's why the baseball ended up in my possession for 2 weeks. It could have been as little as, 5 or 6 days. But the Yankees were gone. And they wanted, obviously, me to hand the ball directly to A-Rod at a press conference. And the Yankees told me not to say anything about it. They wanted to announce it. And so I was just getting kind of beat up by the media all that while. People just assumed that I wasn't going to give it back and that I was being greedy. And the whole time I knew that I was going to give it back for nothing except money for charity. So it was a pretty stressful time in my life. It was fun, definitely being in the center of it all. But yeah, there was so much negativity, and it was so stressful for a while that I even questioned if I would have picked up that baseball if I had it to do all over again. And I saw it there sitting on the ground like I did. So, ultimately I'm glad, but that was definitely the craziest 2 weeks of my life.